My name is Claire Chadwick, and I was with Scott in the protest on Tuesday.
My name is Claire Chadwick, and I was with Scott on the protest on Tuesday.
I don't personally know Scott, but we were band together in solidarity on the front lines of the protest. The police are saying that the protesters started it. And I can tell you that that's not true. There was nothing to provoke the police when they started tear gassing their citizens. When the first tear gassing happened, everyone ran. I looked around, and I was the only one there. I took a picture of the tear gas to document what had happened. I looked down to my left and saw Scott laying on the ground, not moving. I immediately ran to him and turned him over. He was bleeding from the mouth. His eyes were rolling in the back of his head. I screamed to the police for medical assistance. They did not give it to me. To Scott, rather. Instead, 10 or so people came to help me carry Scott to safety. Away from all of the tear gas and all of the danger. We were all shouting for medical assistance. And instead of giving us that, there was a flash grenade thrown into the crowd. I am in shock that that is how the events played out. But I am honored that I had the opportunity to stand next to veterans like Josh and Scott, some of the most peaceful protesters, and fight for a cause that I believe in.